Shalom, shalom. First off, we like to say,
Tahar, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makabadash.
The water, Yahweh, for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, our big brothers. Greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world. Prophesying in the true name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And anybody who descends from those people on the father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Here we are. Let the scriptures speak. All right, NYC, New York City, man. All right, and we'll get right into really a spirit. Of course, talking amongst the Akim. I was looking at Apostle Noah's show on the way down to camp, and he was talking about how we did a video on why Jacob, I forget the title, Jacob or we should all hate Esau. Jacob should have full hatred for Esau. Something to that effect, something around those lines. Anyway, he did a video on it, and the video I saw coming down talked about that video he just put up on that with that title. But got taken down within under 30 minutes. And basically, the video that I saw when I was coming down to camp was titled, "E knows that he's the D." Because basically, Esau represents the Edomites, which Edom comes from the Hebrew word, right? The Lachwan Kodash, which means red man or Edomites, Adawam, right? So first and foremost, before you're the so-called white man, you're really Edomites, man. Okay? We know, according to the seed of man, you know, someone can have a white so-called white father, a black so-called black mother, or whatever, and the kid can come out looking like one of us. Question. So it's really determining your seed. But anyway, the point is, E knows that they're the D. Why? We entitled with that because the video was taken down in less than 30 minutes, and he didn't mention anything derogatory, as far as saying he's going to kill anybody, giving out an order to cut people's heads off, or anything dealing with violence. The video didn't mention anything about hate or etc. All right, no background music in the video, like you mentioned, nothing for the video to be deleted. But yet, Apostle made a point to the spirit to say that here it is, you have other shows on YouTube that talk about hate and violence, and they're still up, like the KKK or white supremacists, because they're on the YouTube and they can say anything they want and not get deleted. You've got the small hats, they can say anything they want on the YouTube and not get deleted. Okay, but here it is, you make a video about Edom, right? That which we was going into the point, we can get that, we can get that too. What did he say? The Lord said, something, because I tell you the truth. Yeah, you hate me, right? Because I tell the truth. This is that's basically what it is. That proves that, like Apostle said to the Spirit, that we have the truth, and that these devils know that they are the nation of Edom, strong with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Dewberries, the elite international bankers, the elite families. All right, because like the Lord said in the scriptures, all the wicked should be revealed in the last day. We go through this every week. All of us go through the Spirit. Right?
It's Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy?
And I'm sorry, E knows that he's the D. D means the devil. Okay? Because a part of what does devil mean? Devil means deceiver. These Edomites are master deceivers and rule the world by deception, by their politics, by their school system, everything. All right. This whole society is under a demonic deception spell under Edom, which means that it's devil. And one thing you do, and the word devil means false accuser, which means to what? Slander. Or give me a false accuser. That's what the devil means. One thing about when you make a lie, you do it for a reason to hide something. All right. So when he took his video down, they were trying to hide this truth.
It says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
That's right. Again,
Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
yeah, that proves that also that he's the enemy, not only of the one to bring out the prophecies and these videos that you're looking at on YouTube, but furthermore, we're speaking in not our own spirit. We come in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right? And so you're the enemy of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? The real name of the Most High and the Lord. Okay? That's what proves it. Why? Because you simply took the video down. It proves that you're an enemy of this truth.
This is Psalms 97, verse 10. Proverbs 97, verse 10. It says, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil." Right?
Again,
right. It says, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil."
Yeah, ye that love the Lord hate evil. Now, the only ones who can attain the love for Yahweh Shema Shai, the Most High and the Lord, are none other than his people. Because the Most High looks at love in one way, obedience. Because he's the Heavenly Father. All right? A father, he's the number one example of a father. And as a father, when you guide your house with your wife and your kids, you're the authority that gives your wife and your kids rules to obey. All right? So the key thing about a father is that he requires obedience. So it's no different from obviously the Heavenly Father. So what is the example of obedience? Well, the commandments. So the only ones who can achieve obedience are the ones that were given the commandments to, which is none other than the nation of Israel. Okay, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Psalms 147 and 19.
Right. It says, "He preserveth the souls of his saints." It says, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil."
Yeah, hate evil. Evil basically means bad times. All right, and also synonymous with being devilish, man. Okay, so ye that love the Lord, which is ultimately the elect, right? We hate evil. We hate anything that doesn't do with the not obeying the commandments of the Lord, which is true.
Yeah, no, Esau is evil. The so-called white man's evil, right? So that whole thing about not hating Esau, who represents evil, that's just retarded. You know, Esau represents evil. Jacob, the so-called like Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we represent righteousness because we were given a law, right? Now we know 2/3 of the nation of Israel is just wicked, right? Fucking IUIC drones over here. So Esau, yeah. Right, and the nation of Israel, we represent righteousness because we were given the laws, you know. Now, I was saying, now we know 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're gone, you know, they're totally on the left-hand side. They ride with Esau, you know. Right, so we should, it's okay. You see that old church spirit that's being pushed out by the IUIC not to hate our enemies. Yeah. This is the reason why we're in a position we're in right now. We understand there's curses, but part of it is not having a pure hatred for our enemy, man. Right? In the scriptures in the Apocrypha, it warns about not hating your enemy. Right? We have to acknowledge and point out who the enemy is, man. You see? So that whole Stockholm syndrome spirit all goes back to that spirit of Christianity, plantation Christianity. Man. So from the top, it says, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivered them out of the hand of the wicked," man. Right? He delivereth them out of the hands of the wicked. know, and the only one souls that are going to be preserved are the elect. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have to die right along with our enemy, right along with the wicked here on this side, and then you'll be right again in the kingdom, you know.
Yes.
Right, but it's all right to hate, man. Right, especially
If you're wicked.
especially if you're wicked, man. That whole love everybody shit, that's I mean, goddamn. IUIC is getting more and more like the Christian church, man. I mean, you think they once you think they've reached, all right, this is it, but as far as their foolishness and wickedness, they just up themselves, man. They just, it's like a record in the NBA, and it's broken the next year. IUIC keeps breaking their own wicked records, man.
I mean, next thing you know, they're gonna have a blue eye.
Yeah, I mean,
you call
what's
them,
next?
You call them J-board already.
I mean,
Then why don't you just put the blue-eyed image up there? I mean, at this point, that's not far-fetched. All right, and you got to be an idiot, all right, because this is what the current world is, a world full of idiots. All right, like this deep right here. Anyway, that's a true deep. Wow. Anyway, small hat just passed. Anyway, what was I saying, man?
You gotta be a demon.
Yeah, you got to be a true demon. I forgot. Anyway.
So that was it. With hating evil.
Yeah, because like the elders just said, which I didn't point out, evil is synonymous with wickedness, man. And the nation of Edom, they are literally the spirit of wickedness, right? You got the sons of God, which are us, the nation of Israel, right? This is the chosen, which is another name to say Yahshua, the prince of the power, right? You have the sons, things, man. And then you got the sons of men, which are the other nations, right? And then you have the sons of the wicked, right? They're literally the spirit of Satan, man. Esau, Edomites, right? So that's why, again, the title of this video, coined by Apostle Tahar to the Spirit, E knows that they're the D, the devil. All right.
Okay. So Psalms 139. Start at 19. It says, "Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain."
You got it, bro.
Yeah, so we'll read that again. Psalms 139 and 19. "Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men." All right, so those, right, that come up against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his men, okay, the Lord is going to slay you, man. All right, basically, however the Lord wants to judge you, you will be dealt with, okay? And, you know, these Edomites, they got a lot of blood on their hands. Talking about these other camps, all right, that's slandering against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and break those stones, dealing with stones, get houses on down. Think the Lord don't see these things, man. All right, this ain't no joke, okay? This is Psalm of David, you know, basically, you know, sending up prayers, man, you know, to the Lord to judge those that came up against him. All right, so hey, this is the house of David, man. All right, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we stand for the right thing. We stand for truth. And you people, all right, continue to, you know, do wickedness, man, making up lies and shit. Nah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is gonna get you. All right.
And you know, I just saw some. I don't know if you brothers saw it. You know, with all the brothers. Shalom to the brothers out there, the GMS camps. Beloved brothers elect. I forget which page it was, but you know, brothers read full of stuff that I saw this week, man. And I heard it before, but I forgot. But they went into he posted a video of an Edomite or somebody going into in today's so-called black culture. They carry a lot of, not innuendo, I don't know if it's the right word. They carry a lot of habits or bad, a lot of bad traits unknowingly from slavery. Case in point, sagging the pants,
Right.
you know, which, you know, I've heard, but I thought really came from jail, which it is true, but it really comes from slavery. Because after an Edomite would humiliate you and do homosexual act with a slave, he would make the slave sag their pants on purpose to let them know that, you know, to show their butt, to show that he's, you know, powerful, whatever. Or it was a sign of humiliation. But another major point, really the major point of the video, pointing out other few facts, but the major one was motherfucker. A motherfucker. Motherfucker, however you want to say it. Excuse my French, but it's the point of my point is that the term mother effer, right, goes back to slavery. Right? And why? Because the slave masters made the slaves have F their mother, have sex with their own mother.
Blindfold.
Huh?
They use blindfold.
Hey, I mean, blindfolded, unblindfolded, that's still a horrific act. All right? And that traumatized the men, man. And that was one of the points you were saying. We got our people that use the term motherfucker, not even realizing it comes from slavery, because the slave master made the slave fuck his own mother. And the beginning of the video, there was a white woman, or Edomite woman, saying, damn, I don't know how blacks should really hate white people today because of the stuff they don't realize what, and this is an Edomite saying this, of what they had to go through with slavery, man. Now everybody uses the term mother effer loosely in society, not knowing it literally goes back to a son of a slave who would be forced to have sex with his mother and relatives, sisters, and then he will be called around the plantation a motherfucker. And then you got our own people who use that on them, who use it on each other. Damn the word nigga, you got other words that's worse than that. You got Jake want to make up oh, we shouldn't use the word no. You shouldn't use the word motherfucker really, man. So I'm just pointing that out to show that's wicked, man. You mean to tell me that Esau's not going to pay for something? Yo, that just go. We should love that man. IUIC, which I'm gonna mention that name. I put my own with those Purple Rangers. You're supposed to love a people that made our people have sex with their own mother. How? That's demonic. That's evil. There's no psychological explanation for that. That's
and this is why these other kids we stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? You know, we see what you're doing. We go into the scriptures, man, because y'all just out of here, man. And y'all bought and paid for it at the end of the day.
It was the brother, the beloved brother Shalom out of South Carolina, right? South Carolina, not the South, not the South Carolina. And he reposted it. Yeah, he reposted it, and that's what I saw. So check it out, man. Lone Elder, Manata Zakba page. He just posted it like I think yesterday, Friday. I mean, and the title is "It Was Hard to Watch." And there's some other things I forget too, but I mean, like I kind of forgot that. I'm sitting there like eating my food. I'm like, God damn, man. Can you imagine the trauma that, all you gotta do is imagine yourself doing that to you. You know what I mean? You already know what I'm saying. I don't need to finish my sentence. This man has to pay for that.
So real quick, this is Proverbs 8:13. It says, "The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Pride and arrogancy and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate." Right? So I mean, this is really basic, like to hate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hating wickedness. Esau represents wickedness. We're not. I mean, I don't know, man. This is crazy.
They hate things in their own society. They hate people who talk about hate.
They actually, I gotta say this out loud. They actually said, you go to work Monday. Did you see the video? You just heard what they said, right? What IUIC said.
Yeah, I just saw the title.
Don't bother. Right? I mean, he actually said you got to go to work one day. Esau gives you a job. You're gonna hate the man that gives you a job.
Right? The scripture saying, "Oh, you got to go to him for the wonderful."
Right.
So
right.
You know.
I mean, this is.
How can you hate your boss?
Yeah. How can you hate your boss?
Right.
Yeah, this is crazy. But the thing is, he actually believes this.
Well, he's blind.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't got the Holy Spirit on him.
I know.
Period.
Right. So this is this is Proverbs 8:13. It says, this is the fear of the Lord, right? The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, right? So if you have a fear, that means you don't fear the Lord, man. Right. If you don't hate Esau, guess what? It's okay to hate Esau. This is the Edomite. This is the basis of men we're speaking about back right? This is a nation that we were warned not to have him around our animals, man. This is the basis of it.
Look what he's done to our people, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hate that. You're gonna love a man that makes you have sex with your own mother, that takes your baby and beats the alligators in front of your face, etc., etc., that takes your brother and commits cannibalism and eats it in front of you. These are the things that people are doing. Oh, we're supposed to love this man. The only reason this damn devil wants to obliterate hate because he wants to take away, really goes back to slavery. What he did is slavery. For us to pacify us, not to fucking overthrow this motherfucker, man. But at the end of the day, you know, we can't turn left. But we can't, you can't undo what the Lord's unraveling, which is exposing your wickedness. You're supposed to hate things that these damn devils have done. Poisoning food, poisoning the minds of their children, killing many, being responsible for many deaths all around the world, polluting the world, polluting the people. Anyway,
the Most High hates Esau with a perfect hatred.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be in like manner with the Most High? Right. This is very basic. Right. This is I'll continue. It says Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Pride, and this lists everything that represents Esau, right? Pride, arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Which all of those things represents Esau.
What's more prideful than putting your own image as your own time?
I mean,
He's supposed to hate that, man.
This is we're living in a captivity where the ruler, what's that saying in Revelation 11:8? It says where our Lord was crucified. We're living in a captivity where our ruler totally misrepresented the Most High, misrepresented his son Yahushai, misrepresented the prophets, misrepresented to an extent that no other nation ever came close to, right? So we're not supposed to. Of course, we're supposed to hate that, man. Of course, we're supposed to hate that fool, man. This guy did nothing. He far exceeded. It tells you, he far exceeded his hatred towards us, man. Right? In no other captivity had a nation reached the extent of wickedness that Esau has reached towards us. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're out there reading the scriptures and call yourself a prophet, right? Because you can't become a prophet without the words of the Bible or the words of the scriptures. You're supposed to hate people that killed our people in the time of slavery. That if they were caught reading the Bible, they would be put to death. What about that point? All right. Here is the very Bible that we read from, right? And we wake up our people. You got these purple rangers who want to show love to people that killed us for reading the Bible, man. If the slave was caught reading a book, he would be lashed and whipped. But if he was caught reading the Bible, he would be killed. I wonder why. Because again, the Bible, if you read it with thorough examination overall to the Spirit, you're going to see that the way they were treated back then, they were being treated wickedly, man, by the devil. Right? The Bible exposes that, man. All right?
What?
Again, if
what you guys think about this? What is it?
Ain't supposed to smoke.
You're not supposed to smoke.
You're not supposed to smoke.
You can
do what you want.
You guys smoke?
Nah.
None of you smoke?
Nah.
Just exercise?
What spirit are you coming?
Well, my destination is 162. I like the Islamic culture, but I don't want to learn the language so it's not used against it.
That's fine.
That's the reason. That's cool. So that's why I'm gonna say Christian. But if it wasn't for that, Islam has really the brotherhood that.
Right.
So here you learn certain words. You know the answer to the question.
That's right. That's true. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, basically, if you were caught reading the Bible, you would be put to death. You'd be put to death. Hey man, this society, all across the board, dumb motherfuckers, dumb idiots in the church, purple rangers, false prophets, Fed groups, right? Federal agents, sellouts, even the common person walking up, you're all going to be put to death, man. All right? You're all going to be put to death by Yahweh Shemai Shai. You don't have the name of Yahweh Shemai Shai, right? Your whole family and you will suffer a grievous death and suffer, and we're at that time. The Most High is not playing no more, man. People think it's a game up here, we're a game, we're a joke. You're about to see the most spirit of the Lord that's honest is a goddamn game, man. Sick of this fucking society, man.
Back in Psalms 139 and 21, do I not hate them, O Lord? It says, do I not hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against me?
Right. Hold on. It says, don't I not hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Esau, we know he's got a track record of hating the Most High. Everything he does is against the Most High, man. Right? So he said, don't I not hate them that hate thee? Come on, man. This is like ABC 1, 2, 3, man. Right. Of course, we are supposed to hate the ones that hate the Most High. You know? I mean, I mentioned it earlier. It says that the Most High hates Esau. Oh, you got it? Okay, Malachi, right?
Malachi 1 verse 2. Look. It says, I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord?
Yep.
Yet I love Jacob. Yet I love Jacob.
Right, so the Most High has a perfect love for his creation, his people. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans represent Jacob, right? It says, I have loved Jacob, right?
It says, said the Lord,
yep.
I love Jacob, and I hated Esau.
And I what?
And I hated Esau.
And I hated Esau, man.
Joshua.
See, I hated Esau. Okay? So if the Most High hates Esau, the so-called white man, why can't we? Especially for the track record that they have, man. Especially they hate the Most High. If they love the Most High, they would tell our people who we truly are. They wouldn't steal our identity and take advantage of us and try to poison us and try to make us go off, then go to the Most High and say, look what your people are doing, they're going off. Right? Crazy. I mean,
Tuskegee Airmen.
Come on, man.
How did anesthesia first get introduced? Well, the so-called black woman. During pregnancy, she was an experiment in slavery.
Oh, well, what about,
it works. Meaning that they tested out on the so-called black woman, but, there was trial and error first, where she had to feel the pain until they got it right.
They did the same thing with...
I'm sorry, basically, you slaved a bunch of guinea pigs for Edomites, man.
They did the same thing with the birth control.
Wow.
They went to Puerto Rico and used the women as guinea pigs. And a lot of them in the first trial, they got cancer, they become sterile, a lot of them died, you see, until they got it right. They did the same thing, and it's funny, right? They used evil is their blessing was being fruitful. That goes, the Hebrew word aparium, which means to be fruitful. You see? Right? So it's the same thing, man. They use their track record, or their list of things that they did that was wicked towards our people. Come on, man. It's way up there. Yeah, Jeremiah.
It seems I've reached out to the clouds, reached out to the heavens.
Right? No, but we're not supposed to, according to...
You're supposed to hate sin, right?
Come on, man.
You're supposed to hate sin. It says, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
And I hated Esau, right? Go ahead.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Right. You see that? Indignation forever. So the Most High has indignation for the nation of Esau forever. You see? Nicknamed them what? The border of wickedness, man. And he told them, anywhere you go, when you rebuild it, when you rebuild your kingdom or your nation, guess what? The Most High is going to throw it down, man. Right?
Yeah, kind of going into what we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
About as far as being a father.
Yes.
That's the spirit, being a father. And the key thing the father wants in his household is obedience.
Yeah.
And really, the obedience is only given to one people to obey the nation of Israel. So it says, again, the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Moving on, it says, and your eyes shall see, and now I'm talking to the Lord's talking the whole world, the Most High, and the eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. Why? Because at the end of the day, where's the Lord going to be magnified? Where is his glory going to be magnificent? And he reaches potential in Israel when we go back to our land. That's where the Lord's going to be magnified, because that's where the chosen land is, man. You know, that's where the seat of the kingdom of the Most High, the capital of the world, is going to be. And guess who's going to be there? Yahweh Shai. All right. But really, it's the chosen bit of the Lord. That's why it says the Lord's going to be magnified in the border of Israel, because he's not there now. Right? It says, "Oh, a son honoreth his father, and his servant his master." And how do you honor your father? By obedience. Right? If we're called the children, that means if we're called the children of Israel, by default we have a father. We honor the Father by following the commandments, which is part showing your love. That's true love. Right? And part of the commandments is what? To hate evil, man. Which is to hate wickedness. So by default, you're supposed to hate Esau, because he's the wicked. Look what he did to our ancestors, man. It says, if then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Said the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name. So, there you go. Who's that? So clearly that's talking about Purple Rangers or any other false camps that don't magnify the name of the Lord. That don't glorify in the name of the Lord. That don't pray in the name of the Lord, man. That don't teach in the name of the Lord. Where is your honor? You know, you honor a man, we always go through it by getting his name right number first. When you give honor to somebody, when he's done monkey, it's America, that's the Lord, man. Because I'm not even falling away from NBA. I can't even watch it. I don't like it. Because I look at them a bunch of monkeys in a circus. But anyway, these NBA, the monkey circus NBA, when they go to the Hall of Fame, what do? They the Hall of Fame is about honoring the person who did historical things in the league, but their name is put up in a plaque. So it's put up in a plaque and it's given honor, but it starts with the name. Right? And people go there and make speeches in honor of this person. Right? So how is the Most High different? Look at the great, glorious things that's more. I can't even compare it to the NBA, but I'm just saying anything a monkey can do in NBA. I don't care how many records he breaks. Look at all the stuff that the Lord did in the world's history. Through his son Yahushua and the mighty men in the spirit. King David, King Solomon, right? The mighty men of King David, 40 mighty men. Jeremiah, Isaiah, right? All the prophets. Yeah, that's right. Elisha, Elijah. Okay? So it says, yeah, why don't you honor the Father who's made these men do great things in the Spirit? And overall him by saving us and bringing us back to him and giving us this word again through the blood of the Lord, man. But yet you want to desecrate and disgrace him by not even teaching the name, by not teaching following the commandments. And ultimately, we're not prophesying. We're talking about we're supposed to love Esau. That we're supposed to love Esau. So it says, again, his son honors his father and his servant his master. If then I be a father, right, and his servant called to Israel, and his servant his master, if then I be a father, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Because when you're a master of somebody, right, you have definitely a set of laws. So a master and a father are one and the same. You have a grandmaster in a Kung Fu dojo, and you have his understudies, right? They call him a sensei or master or whatever have you. They call the Lord that, right? Messiah, not Messiah, Rabbi, master. So when you have a master, you're supposed to fear your master, man. Said the Lord of hosts unto you, O priest, that despise my name. That's clearly talking about the Purple Rangers, man. You have a group out there who got the nerve and the gall that convince, which shows that we need the Lord, man. He's on the camera, man. That we need the Lord. That here it is. A lot of people in Israel follow these Purple Rangers, right? And IUIC dummies, and they don't even know that they can register in their brain that to be called the Hebrew Israelite and know the ways of Israel, Rosh Allah, they don't even honor the name of the Lord in the Hebrew. How does that make sense? They give out Hebrew names. How stupid is that? They got to move or something? Sure. Not to move. Maybe there too. You know? Maybe we can go back there. Okay. Let's see what's good. It's not raining over there. It's good. Have Hebrew names and have Hebrew customs and all this Hebrew, aura about them, but you're worshiping a Greek name. An English name of the Lord. You despise the name, man. So it says, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? And then they say, where we despise the name though? We keep it our laws. Anyway, man. Ye offer food and bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? And that ye say, the temple of the Lord is contemptible. That was it. It goes on. That was it. But at the end of the day, the Most High hates you Edomites, man. And all the people that follow Esau and who preach about loving Esau, man. The Lord hates you, and you're about to see. You're about to see whether you willingly saying that shit or not. And if you are, you just go do yourself a favor. Go to Walmart and buy a helmet and put it on your head. Because when you realize how stupid you are when shit hit the fan, you're gonna be hitting your head in the wall. You're natural retards out there, man. buy a helmet and put a helmet on your goddamn head for you slow idiots that don't register about the name of the Lord. And register that the MOTB is RFID chip, man.
It says to hate personally, enemy, foe, hateful.
Read it again. Louder and slower.
It says to hate personally, enemy, foe, be hateful.
Yeah, so personally, look, hey man, when the slave master makes a slave have sex with his own mother, that's where the term mother ever comes from. You're supposed to take that personal. There's nothing more personal than your family and being forced to have sex with your own mother. Done by the slave master, man. But yet again, you got Purple Rangers out there saying we're supposed to love this man for what he did to in our history. We're supposed to love this man for what he did today. Right? Say whatever you want, man. But the Most High is going to show his hatred. He got hate, man. Hey, he even hates his own people, the 2/3. He loves our people, but he hates our ways. That's why he's going to serve that destruction, man. And a lot of you Purple Rangers, you're going to be part of that. Majority of the IUIC, according to what, for, you know, edification, not edification, but to have mercy, that there are some elect in these other camps. They're very small. The majority of the camps are going to be destroyed, man. And the majority of the members in these camps are going to die a horrific death. It's anguish and pain. And poor Light is just an example. Look what the Lord did to him, and he wasn't carrying the name of Israel. But he greatly pissed off Yahweh Shai, man. Well, busting holes in the Bible and then saying, yeah, the Holy Bible.
Right.
No? Because really, you were shooting at the Lord. The Lord is the Spirit. He comes in the volume of the book. So you're really shooting at Yahweh Shai, man. And look what the Lord did to his ass. This guy is going through an immense judgment, man. Now, what do you think he's going to do to people who carry on the name of Israel and teach in the name of Israel, man? Yeah. If the righteous scarce should be saved, where should the godly and sinner appear? You people, man, you're about to see why you should have never played with the Most High, and then you knew you should have listened to the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashai through the apostles of GMS and on down, but you still gainsaying. You still backbiting. And some of you know the truth, but you keep on going on doing what you're doing. A lot of them know about the market, the chip, but they still teach their bullshit because a lot of you are sellouts too. Prideful.
Really scared, man.
they like Esau's money. That's why.
Exactly.
They like the soft silk bed sheets and their bank account. More.
That was basically it.
I got some. Let me read this. Okay. This is Acts 5 and 38. Right? And this is something that you niggas should do, right? Because you gave polite example. The best thing for anybody to do is just leave us alone, right? Because you're not fighting against us. You're fighting against the Most High.
Really, not to just go arguing. Really. To not mess with the prophets, but you don't want to leave the prophets alone. Overall, you want to listen to the word. You got the Spirit.
Yeah. Yep. It says, Acts 5 and 38, it says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. See, it says, for if this counsel, or if this work be of men, it will come to naught, right? Meaning if this was out of our own action, what we say is going to happen isn't going to happen, right? Because it's of men, it's not of the Most High, right? It says, but if it be of the Most High, he cannot overthrow it, right? Meaning if it's the Most High's will, it's the Most High's will, it's going to go down. It's going to happen, right? World War III is going to happen. Esau being the devil and enforcing the MOTB upon the whole world. It's going to happen. You see? America being destroyed by thermonuclear missiles is going to happen, right? But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High, right? So you're not coming against us, per se, right? You're not coming against the apostles, because all we are messengers for the Most High. We came to deliver a message that's from the Most High. It's not from us. You know?
They got a problem with it. So like you mentioned about Polite, man, all the wisdom. It's like 9 years up to this, to that day he got sentenced.
7.
Oh, 7 years. I'm sorry.
7 years. He got judged on the 7th year. The day before the 7th day, it was like the 6th, but really his first day is the 7th day. And then some brothers said 7 years ago, but I think that video was in 2013.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much 7 years and 7 months. Can't get more deeper than that. And that's not. Yeah, and that's wait,
He got 7.
Yeah,
He got 7 years. His name got 7 letters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the example.
That's the 7th month of the Passover.
Yeah,
Because they say these dummies, man, it's September the 9th. No, dumb. The New Year started in March, around March, the month of Abib, which would be the 7th month now. The real New Year is the Passover, which is around springtime, not in the dead of winter.
Yeah, the 7th month, right? The memorial blowing of the trumpets happened this month, which is the 7th day of the 7th month, first day of the 7th month, and then the Day of Atonement, which is the 10th day of the 7th month, right? And we're still we got actually this is the last, we got 1 more week for this month, and then the new moon is next week, right? Like, send me the thing, right? So yeah, it's 7th month.
And Most High is bad, man.
Right, and also the Most High is slow to anger. You see how you know how long ago that was. But what does Nahum say? It says he is slow to anger, but will not and long suffering, and will not acquit the wicked. You see, right? So when you think the Most High isn't going to do anything, guess what? He's just waiting. You know.
And so we're talking about these other camps, man. The Most High is slow to anger with you other camps, man. But best believe 100%, he's gonna deal with you, man. And when it comes, you won't be able to handle it, but you're gonna want to. What do you think? Polite one, he probably want to hang himself right now. He can't get out of it. This guy probably ready again. Probably got a missing tooth. Probably big Bubba, big Rex, big T. All had a piece of him already, man. 10 times over. And he's still got another 74 people to go. Well, you've been here a few days. You're probably ready to go through some super hell right now, man. You know what I mean? And that's his judgment. He lived earth to space that day. The very thing he tried to get the men of the Lord of, to try to use something that's taboo, right? To feed on the emotions of these weak-minded, low-minded people about the word grace. He used that same energy for put your ass away. And you did the same damn thing. And that proves he's a devil, man. And here it is, the first video, when he came to the post, he said, yeah, so you mean to tell me, y'all, he said, yeah, ask me a question. Y'all got daughters? Y'all got daughters? So you mean to tell me if one of y'all take one of y'all some of these daughters, but now the point is, the funny thing is, you effed someone's daughter, man.
You could tell he was itching though.
You were talking about people's daughters, motherfucker. You had sex with your girlfriend's daughter. I mean, the Most High got detailed, man, and yet his argument was bringing up apostles' daughters to make his point about what he doesn't even understand. The Most High is beautiful, man. I mean, that lifted up fear in me. I was amazed as it was unfolding, you know. And man, and this nigga is not even preaching Israel. So what about?
I'll get it.
what about you niggas who do, man? Wow. You know, hey man, Kal Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Ba'ashim. So the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah, about to make his rounds, man. Especially on Esau.
Right. This is 1 Peter 4:17.
I'm sorry, if the Most High is saying he hates Esau, and you got a group saying we should love him, what do you think the Most High is going to do to you, man? For someone he hates. It's like when you got an enemy, you have your boy, right? I've been in school, whatever. Where your boy's friend with your worst enemy, you're going to be like, yo, what you doing, right? What you doing, yo? You ain't going to be loving him. Right. So what the hell do you think the Most High is going to do to you, man? Yo, man, woo. Anyway.
This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
Yeah, that nigga got judged, man. He got judged. And I was saying in the video I made, when the judge was reading, but like he had a spirit on him, man. That shit was suspicious. Oh, counts of this, and he was just running through it. And he had like fury in his voice, man. That was the spirit of the Lord, man, giving out that judgment, man.
I heard number 144 and then numbers.
Yeah, numbers. Wow.
You can read it up. I'm like, that's the spirit.
It says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Now, it comes to step the house of the Most High is the nation of Israel. So all Israel is getting judged in a bigger way. Even the Haiti earthquake, Venezuela, when they go into cannibalism years ago, that was just the beginning on Israel, man, as time went on. But furthermore, it gets deeper. Then it goes to the people who actually preach the word of, which is, I mean, the Israelite camps, man. All right, judgment upon us as well. But we're covering our sins by doing the work of the Lord, by giving the ultimate charity. But we're going through, hell in our life. But we're going through what the Lord wants, the righteous Father instead of the wicked Father. But again, one more time.
Right. It says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Yeah, what shall the end be for them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And we brought up that word obey, didn't we earlier? Obey means obeying the commandments. Here you got a retarded group talking about keep the law, keep the law, keep the law. But while they tell you, they got shake-ups. They got hair back to their ass crack, which is against the law. Right? You got them eating defiled food. You got them saying only be with one woman when that's not in the law. These guys are the only one way to describe these people. They're devils, man. They're devils. They're hypocrites and devils. So they're judged false prophets. So if it first begin at us, where should the ungodliness sin appear, man? Because we're going through righteous judgment. But what about them?
No, that's more. That's what you just said. I might as well. Yeah, verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yeah, so the righteous is scarcely going to be saved. I always like to use an example of a Mission Impossible Tom Cruise movie. When he's on a train and they're fighting, or Indiana Jones, they're fighting on a railway and the train's coming and he gets picked up in the last second. You know? That's scarcely being saved. Or you already know the examples. Or a bomb goes off and it ticks down to one, and all of a sudden you pull the wire, cut the wire, and then whoo, you were scarcely saved. That's how the righteous, all right, are going to be saved. The righteous, man, that would obey the Lord, the Most High's laws. That were going out and waking up the people. That prayed and cried for the name of Yahweh Shemashah, man. That did his work. They're going to be scarcely saved. Got to think and meditate on that, man. So if that's the case, where should the godly and sinner appear?
Even on a number scale, right? It says the righteous are scarcely be saved. We know that the number of the nation of Israel is like innumerable. It's a large number. But yet you're going to have 144,000 of the governing body as well as the believers which out of the whole number of Israel, that's a small number, right? Right, and those delivered represent the righteous. If you compare that to the whole number of Israel, that's a small number. That scarcely goes back. I believe it goes back to like a quantity, right? Scarcity, a small number, right? That's why it says in Isaiah, and a remnant shall be saved, right? So that represents a small number, as well as the fashion of how we're going to receive deliverance is going to look. We're going to be, the missiles are going to be shot over here, and then a chariot is going to come and remove us from the deliverance while the missiles are being shot over here, man. Simultaneously, man.
You might see you're not going to see missiles come, think, oh damn, I thought I was low, and then boom, 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 you go just. Hey, Scripture say twinkle of an eye. Twinkle of an eye. So that makes sense, right? Matter of fact, we get that next. Yeah, get that next. So that proves it. See, I just with the Lord. That proves that. See that. How should I say it? It supports the twinkle of an eye. Scripture supports us being scarcely saved, because for us to escape these nuclear missiles, we can't be beamed up slow. You know. And actually, when they detonate, they detonate what, a few hundred feet above the earth.
Where it's supposed to land.
Before it lands. You know, so that the twinkle. When you blink your eye, okay, that's how quick we're gonna be in the chariots, man. We're talking about what 400, I don't know, what is 400 miles up or something like that. You know what speed that is? Basically, the G-force. Our body's gonna be ahead of that. So that shows you instantly we're gonna man, let's read.
1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now I say this, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption.
That's right. Talking about these bodies.
It says, behold, I show you a mystery.
That these bodies cannot we're not taking these bodies in the kingdom, right? Point blank period. It's corrupt. That's why we sin.
It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
But in the moment of the twinkling of an eye of the last trump. What's the last trump? The nuclear missiles and the Most High coming with the fathership to save the elect. Yahweh Shai coming with the fathership to save the elect, to beam them up.
It says, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
That's right, because technically we're in a dead state, we're in a dead body. The only reason we're living is through the Spirit of our Lord, through the grace and mercies of Yahweh, through His Son Yahweh Shai, that we have this word and are able to come in here and prophesy. Right? But we live through the Spirit of this truth, of Yahweh Shai. But we believe. Other than that, we're dead, man. We're in a dead capsule. But we're alive through the Spirit. But we're going to be purely brought to, read that again. Read it again. That's
1 Corinthians 15 and 52. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye.
In a moment. So again, this scripture, which is known than even more, the one of Yahweh Mashai, supports the fact of us scarcely being saved. Because like you were going into, scarcely means a small one, a small number. It also means a period of time. Scarcely, just at the last moment. Right? Scarcity means at the last second. So that's what it says, in a moment, and a twinkling, and then it gave an example, the twinkling of an eye. We all blink our eyes, we know how quick that is.
It says, it's in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed.
Yeah, and the dead shall raise incorruptible, we shall be changed. Meaning that it makes sense also, again, because when we get beamed up, we're going to be instantly changed. Because for us to get beamed up, we can't get beamed up in the flesh. Our body will just break apart. To go that high and that fast and to escape the nuclear detonation, we we wouldn't make it back, right?
Right.
You know what? The G-force, right? You would our limbs would break and all that. Not we're gonna change up and no, we're gonna change as soon as that beam hits us, man. Whoop, and then bam, like that, man. Wow, wow, man. Hey, halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Okakadash. Wow, man. You know what I mean? Hit me right now, man. You know how high it's gonna be above the planet. Ah. You know, we should be changed. Corruptible to incorruptible. And then we're going to be praising the Lord in the chariots. And we hope we are one of them. We hope, that's what comes from the hope of elect. We here so we can be in the chariots, doing the work of the Lord. And that's, but the point is scarcely being saved. So if that's the case for us, what about the ungodly and the sinner? You people, man, you all the false prophets, you false camps, man. It's all fun and games. You're gonna keep doing your bullshit. You're gonna keep saying more shit. More heresies gonna come to pass. You know, they're still gonna do their shit. We expect it. But you will know that GMS have the truth whenever that time comes. The apostles of GMS and on down, and you're gonna be dealt with, man. You're gonna see all that sellout shit you did, all the party Passover. All talking against the apostles and elders, and talking against the truth. Talking about you can take the vaccine, or you can take the chip, or in the name of the Lord don't matter. You're gonna see, you're gonna get a judge for that, and it's all gonna be not worth it when that anguish and pain that Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai brings you. You're gonna see it wasn't worth it for what you're gonna go through, man. The Lord's going to put you through it, man. And like you brought up earlier, he's slow to anger. But like the scripture says, sentence against evil work should not be executed speedily. You know? Fucking evil, man. Yeah, man. I think we won't go across the street. We only got half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
All right. We're gonna go across. And someone bit me back. Please, that's what that means, brother. How we get it?
Got the definition of scarcity. It means with difficulty, right? It goes back to the word of Latin, the Greek word Latin molus, right? Molis, and it said it means with difficulty. Hardly, not easily, right? Scarcely or very rarely, right? That's the word. That's the meaning for the word scarcity in 1 Peter's 4:18, right? When it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved, right? So you can say the righteous shall hardly be saved, the righteous shall rarely be saved, right? The righteous shall be difficultly saved. Difficulty is like it's going to be a difficult, not for the chariot to do, but the act of a chariot coming, beaming somebody up, and then leaving. That's a difficult act.
Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
When he had to force himself up to not get hit by a rolling stone.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Yeah.
A rolling boulder.
Right.
That's difficult.
Right.
Or like that's my example I use. Or Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible when he has to lift his head up to not encounter a blade of a helicopter.
Yeah, that was the first.
That's not easy. It's difficult, right?
Yeah,
so that's
difficult.
back.
Right. No, that was a difficult act. Man.
Yeah, maneuver. Yeah, you know. And it is difficult to be saved. We're going through it right now. You know, all the way to the end, man. That's why it says, and Zohar harness as a good soldier. You know, that's going to be a difficult time when we're praying and hoping and man, praise, you know, praying we be saved, man. It's going to get hectic. You know, and that's nuclear fire is part of Jacob's trouble. When Pastor Arn said that, we're showing them a year ago. So Jacob's trouble is all the way up until now. When shit the fan, all the way up until the missiles come. Actually, that's the peak of Jacob's trouble. That's a little over. That's in my head. But anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be like a difficult salvation.
Yeah.
But the Lord's going to make it more simple.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I got that scripture for you. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. He was talking about the camps. You know, that's moving up godly, right? In the spirit. You know, your dues are off, right? So when that judgment comes upon you, it doesn't matter how long it takes for the spirit of the Lord. If the Lord gets you, he's going to get you. All right? You're not going to slide off into the sunset anymore. All right? And all this madness that y'all spewing out. All right? So this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in to do evil. All right? It's like the Colette situation. You know, all those years, you know, he was scoffing and scorning against the apostles. All right? Scamming people, you know, and shit like that. That, you know, the Lord heavy judgment. The things that he was accusing the apostles of falsely accusing about that, he got caught with that shit.
That you probably saw the video. That nigga was like super proud, man. He made it like probably some music video he was making.
Club and throwing money and stuff like that.
Yeah, throwing money, and then you had a video in the club, people on signs. They dropped the charges. They dropped the charges.
And he did that before he went in.
Yeah, way before he went in.
Right, that's a prideful nigga, man. That's one prideful fucking nigga, man.
He was rapping and shit, you know, like, yo.
Celebrating too early, brother. You thought you was good. No, now the Lord got your ass. See? Are you facing 7 years in prison, 10 years probation? Okay? And the Lord is not done with you. Okay? You fully set in your mind to continue to be evil. That you right? All right? You said gang members at the apostles and elders. All right?
You know, Daddy Bambi can do.
Do you understand who really did that to man? That's like as if Yahweh Shah was here on the earth himself, man.
And you know he was
I was just saying he took part of the cross. He was there too, saying crucify.
Yo, hey, okay.
You know?
I was thinking the same thing. Because look at when he shut up the Bible. I'm like, yeah, this gotta be one of them niggas who was there throwing stones at Yahweh Shai, man. You know, gotta be, because he had a pure hatred for no reason. Like there was no, what was your gripe, man? First of all, you went to it against the apostles, and then you went just had an all-out hatred for the Holy Spirit of the Bible. But that's the Spirit of the Lord, man. Well, I never seen anybody shoot up a Bible, you know? I never seen that. You went overboard, man.
Yo, he even said, he said, how did he word it? He said he wouldn't want the Most High. He wouldn't serve a God like that.
Oh yeah.
I forgot the reason he said.
It was like an interview. I mean, there's been a lot of experts that say this shit.
Yeah, but he talked a lot of shit towards the Most High and His Son, man.
Yeah, man.
And guess what? The Most High got him. You know, like we were saying, Amos 1 and 3. The Most High is slow to anger, but great in wrath. See? So that's why it said in Acts, the best thing for you to do. I'll phrase it. It's better than you just leave it. It's better you just leave the prophets alone.
Yeah, you got
rather than talk shit to you or keep trying to push the situation. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's best you just leave us alone, nigga. You see, because you're not coming against. He thinks he's coming against us. Coming against the apostles. He's really not doing that. You're really going against the Most High. When you shoot up the Bible for shock value before debate,
yeah.
you're not, you know, you might think you're doing it for clout or get more people to come to your debates, but guess what? You're really disrespecting the Most High.
That's right.
You know? Right?
And you're right. Even when he had, you're right. He had a lot of experts of separate videos that he. And I know you weren't talking about. He's not black as usual.
Yeah.
In an interview, and he was giving this nonsense about, you know, the God, the power, our power. You know, and there was one time, even when we was talking to the apostles, he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna believe. He was just mocking. He was like, I'm not gonna believe a fish swallowed a man.
Yeah.
He was just, everything he said was like sarcastic and downplaying the power of the Lord, man, making it seem like minute, you know, elementary fairy tale myths.
And it's like, and then then after he made that statement, there was actual accounts that were recent of fishes, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not that far fetched. It's just that the Most High didn't give him the spirit of faith, man. You know, to actually believe it.
He was a demon. He was actually the devil.
He was a demon. He was a demon.
Yo,
He was an Israelite demon.
They're calling him the worst man, the worst black man in America. This guy, man. And this guy he did the conventional, I call it the Lifetime series, you know, Lifetime show with women. He did the conventional definition of rape. This guy busted this woman's mouth, drugged her, beat her, kidnapped her, because the mother was calling and he wasn't picking the phone and shit. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that they try to put in there, this guy, he actually did it. He actually did it.
Yeah.
And my thing was, he's probably been doing it, but he just got caught.
Yeah.
And Apostle Tahar pointed out, this guy had, I mean, you know, these women are nothing, which proves he had a lot of women.
Yeah.
And he had some fine women too, which proves, and it wasn't because of your looks, nigga, all right, because of your money, which that's another subject about how pathetic women are, his power. But it's not like he needed that, man. He could get literally any woman he wanted.
Yeah.
And he had some nice ones, man.
But the Lord put him in a position
That plus for the demonic spirit
where he couldn't escape.
Yeah.
Right? What's that in Corinthians, the 10th chapter, right? If you're a man of the Lord, if you're put in a situation, the Most High is going to allow an escape for you. Right? But he's not a man of the Lord. He's a demon. He's a man of the devil.
I got that one.
Nahum, yeah. It's 1 and 1, actually.
Something, man.
Yeah.
It says Nahum 1 and 1. It says the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum the Elkoshite. The Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. And I think you'd always point that out too. How can God be jealous? La 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 la.
Yeah, right.
You know.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, he's not like some kind of weird entity. The Most High is he's an actual gender. He's a father, and fathers have feelings.
It's an emotion.
It's an emotion. We are made after his image, you dumb. That deals with, where do you think we get our attributes from as beings on earth, as happy, enjoying, laughing? It's from the Father. We are made after his image. That goes into the laws, but literally, limbs, arms, fingers. There's no other creature that comes close to, don't bring up no monkeys either, to us on earth. That includes our mentality, because that's the overall thing. Because we have the Lord has given the power for us to reason and to think and to have dominion and to rule and to command, right, and to create and and to love and to hate and to have jealousy. So that's one of the things that comes from the originator. And if we're his children, if you have a son and he's calling somebody else his father when that's not his father, aren't you going to be jealous?
Especially when I was in the first commandment.
Yeah,
right? It
Yeah.
says, don't worship any other god or deity. Why? Because I'm a jealous power.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
See?
It's the first commandment.
It's the first commandment.
See?
You know?
Damn, good point. Good point, man. Nahum 1 and 1. Again, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Eshkolite, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries.
Right, so it's showing you the attributes of the Most High, right? It tells you, what's that, Hebrews 10:1? It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, right? The living power, right? You don't want to be on the Most High's hit list, man. You don't want to get on his bad, like you're saying, you don't get on my bad side. You don't want to get on the Most High's bad side, man. Because his judgment can be ruthless depending on how angry you get him.
Yeah.
You see? And what he did a lot of fucked up shit. He did a lot of shit to make the Most High angry.
He kept going. He could have stopped.
He kept
going and going, man. That shit of the Bible thing, that was crazy. I never saw nothing like that.
Yeah.
And then I saw it again because brother showing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, good, look, now it's the Holy Bible. This guy, yo.
I mean,
he had no fear.
Listen, a person that doesn't believe in the Bible still wouldn't do that. You know?
Exactly. Because you look like an idiot.
Because the spirit in you but the spirit in you knows, like, yo.
It's not real, right?
Well, no, every spirit has, it might differ in size, but everybody has a feeling that you know the Most High exists.
Just to back you up, 9/11.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of atheists buying Bibles.
Yo, the Bible was the most.
No, for real.
It was a top-selling book, and during 9/11, man.
You think non-believers?
Before an atheist dies, he's gonna, oh my, what's he gonna say? He's gonna say, God, oh my God. You see? So everybody has, in their spirit, has a belief in the Most High. It's some might be real deep in there, but they know there's a Most High, man. You know? So for him to shoot up the Bible, right? For shock value, he had no fear. Like normally a person would have fear of doing that, whether they believe or not. This nigga had no fear, man.
See, he was a true devil. To the core.
That nigga was a demon, man.
Especially again, trying to put a certain taboo on the apostles when this guy was probably doing it back then.
Yeah.
And it's funny. He followed after his predecessor, man, Dr. Ziora, who got put in jail for pedophilia.
Oh, look at that! Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Pastor Tahar saying he might be fucking Hamite doing shit like that. Not even be in jail. Well, you know, he might be in jail, but still, he's really a true. This guy's it. And I will point out in the show I did on him. This guy still sounded proud a little bit during the court hearing.
So yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand these churches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this guy, Polite is as an actual demon in the flesh. For real.
And let this be a warning, right? So all you other niggas that came against the prophets, that came against the world, really, first and foremost, the Most High. You know, anybody that came against Yahweh Shai, as well as his servants, the Most High is not going to forget you, and we're beating it. The Most High is a jealous power. We're about to go with it. It was verse 3, but you can continue on.
Yeah. It says, the Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries.
Anybody that's against the Most High,
that's right.
Anybody that's against the scriptures, anybody that's against the prophets, right. You're an adversary to the Most High. And the Most High is going to get you. There's no way around it, right? Go ahead.
Even, bring it back to the title, even Eve the devil.
No, let's get back to Eve.
Yeah, let's get back to Eve. Because remember, he took down Apostle Tahar's video, which he's talking about Esau knows he's the devil.
Yeah.
So you're going against the truth. Right? That's being Satan anyway. Yeah. Adversaries. And he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
He reserveth his wrath for his enemies.
Slow to anger. Go
yeah, it's next. Yeah.
Just said it. Right. When you saw yours, anyway. It looks sad. Verse 3, it says, the Lord is slow to anger.
Yeah.
And great in power.
It is slow to anger and great in power, man. If you want to, man, I mean, so it says that the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, man. Right? So the Lord has a innumerable amount of temperance, man. If you piss him off, the Most High is not going to react right away. See? He's going to wait for that perfect time. You know? To the time you least expect it. Yo, that's how you know the mafia. Them niggas, those are some Israelites, man. You know?
Oh yeah,
because when they do a hit, they don't get you right away. They wait.
And they smile on your face. Hey Johnny, how you doing? Hey. All the kids out of family, nigga about to break you in the week.
Yeah, they'll milk you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I saw the Rich Fellas the other day. You know? That's what they do. They come in the spirit. That's the same spirit the Most High does, man. He doesn't get you right away. He waits until the perfect time. He sets you up, man. And he makes you. He gets you at a time when you think the judgment is past. Like the Most High is gonna wink at my transgression. You see? All right, go ahead.
It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power.
Yep.
And will not at all acquit the wicked.
It will not at all acquit the wicked. Just like that nigga, no light, he didn't get acquitted.
No light.
Right? He didn't get acquitted, but despite what that video might say, his little, charges dropped. See? The most, no light didn't get acquitted. Right?
Right, man.
That was good, man. Like, you know, you said it made my day too, man.
Real.
You know, when we saw the judgment on no light. See?
And I wasn't expecting that feeling either. Just to give a quick testimony, you sent me the video first. You sent me the message first.
Yeah.
And I was driving. I said, because I knew Pastor Tahar said it. He had a hearing on the 6th.
Yeah.
But he even said it. He said it's going to get pushed back. It's going to go along. I didn't think it was a big deal. Then you sent me, I'm like, oh shit, got judged.
Yeah.
So I still didn't really care.
Right.
You know? I'm like, good, damn good. But then a few minutes later, Tahar sent me the video.
The video, right? Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, let me look at this. And I watched the video, and then that's when it started, oh shit. And then I was like, wow.
7 years, bro. That was beautiful.
Yeah. It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power. He will not at all acquit the wicked.
So, and also, I didn't watch it, but I saw on the one video for the title. It basically said that's proof that the Most High is going to get all our enemies.
Exactly.
I'm just paraphrasing what the video was about.
That's the first thing you all were thinking.
Yeah. That's proof, man. I mean, you know, that's proof that the Most High is going to get why. Because he was at one point, he was the #1 enemy to us, man, to apostles on down.
Like Apostle Tahar said in the video, I was watching in Apostle Lamla, he's the one who catapulted that whole race thing.
No, well, he was, because he had a big platform. Yeah. He was the one that made it, that us being rapers, he was the one that just, when he started pushing it, it was like, he got crazy.
And what do you call, like, is it predetermined? Like, what do you call it, predetermined murder?
Premeditated?
Premeditated, that's what it's called. He premeditated that whole skit he did with Saw Nigga when they came there. You can tell it was, they're going to bring it up. That was their focal point. To go up there and, let's bring up this rape thing. You know what I mean? And put this tag on it. So that was all premeditated. That's how the Lord said the Lord tried the heart, he knows the reins. You know, he knew that you were going up there and Saw Netta to put that tag on get apostles and GMS members. And a part of that rape thing came from that video.
Yeah.
You know? And then we had to clarify it all to this day.
And then they had the Crips trying to, they little
whatever they're joking.
They're a little threatening, But matter of fact, since I mentioned
the Lord had his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and in the clouds of the dust of his feet. That was
See? Not the word for a quick.
Okay.
Google.com. Word of quick, it says free someone from a criminal charge by a verdict of not guilty.
See, and that nigga wasn't not guilty. He actually pled guilty, man.
Yeah, because they said if he did, it would have been 30 years.
30.
That's the only reason.
61.
Well, that's 61 full if he breaks the violation. But he would have got 30 years if he pleaded guilty.
If he pled guilty.
Yeah. But if you
or not guilty.
Not guilty.
If he pled not guilty.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. If he pled not guilty, if he got proven wrong, he would have got 31. But now if he goes in there, which he's done, but if he has any kind of, he breaks any kind of law, it's automatic 60 life or some shit. So anywhere across the board, and you can get arrested in jail. You can get charges in jail. So that includes that. So it basically made it impossible for him to get out, man. And he's done, man.
That was it. All right, so read that again. The definition of acquittal.
It says, the word acquit, it says free someone from a criminal charge by a verdict of not guilty.
Right, and that's what the Most High is not going to do to the transgressors or his adversary. He's not going to acquit you, man. Meaning when and anybody that comes against the Most High, he has a judgment. And he's not going to, that person, that judgment is not going to get acquitted, man.
He's not going to let you, he's not going to set you free.
That's right. He's not going to let you slide, man. And that goes, and you best believe the Most High has plenty of others on his hit list within Israel and without Israel. You know?
Yeah, like, hey, man, right, like us, hey, sell out, Divine 9 members, Jake in the world, Jake in the Greek fraternities, Jesse Jackass, Aldu Sharpton, they're Israelites, right? They're still gonna get judged, man. All these shit they did behind the scenes. Louis Farrakhan. Hey, man, the Lord's come for all these conscious groups and all these fake leaders of Israel. You know, and really, who's worse than all of them is the false prophets. You know, they're gonna get judged. It's gonna be legendary, man, because this thing with Polite is really a legendary, and he's just the beginning. It's just an example that, like you said, like the Most High is gonna come after our enemies, man.
Yeah. And really, if you think about it, that's like a light.
Well, his
in a way, that's a light judgment, right? That's really just a public shame. I mean, you know, he can make you go out in a more horrific way.
Well, he's going out bad, man. He's getting raped in jail, man.
Yeah,
that's a guarantee. Yeah, he's getting fucked up in jail.
Yeah, well, hey,
that's the worst thing to go into jail as a pedophile, man. The worst thing to go, yo. So he's already getting fucked up right now.
We know the Most High, as far as judgment, can get real creative. That's all I mean, you know. That's all I meant. Let me read this. This is Matthew. So this is Matthew 5 and 12, right? Because we were going into how no light was responsible for the public stigma that we had as being rapists, right? GMS campus rapists, which according to the scriptures that's a blessing, really, right? So this is Matthew 5 and 12. It says, well, really 5 and 11. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, right? And we were persecuted for what? Righteousness' sake, because we represented Yahweh Shem Shai, right? We represented everything that was righteous according to the scriptures. You see, but we were persecuted because we represented first and foremost the name of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. You see, right? And it goes on. It says, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Right? They did all that. Why? Because it was for the sake of Yahweh Shem Shai. We represented Yahweh Shem Shai. So as a result, what's the consequence? Not really consequence, but what's the result of that? The men are going to come against us. You see? People are still going to come against us and falsely accuse us, which happened. You know, that also lets us know that we were in the right path. Because if that doesn't happen, that means we're not doing what we're supposed to do.
I'm thinking about the scripture. I'm sorry. It says it'd be better if a millstone wrapped around your neck than if you mess with one of my little ones.
And one of these little ones, right?
You offended the little ones are his servants. Yeah. So you offended. You not only did you offend the Most High, the Lord, you offended us because we serve the Father. Yeah. In faith. Yep. You know, so we were offended that you did that. You know, like, damn, this guy's crazy. Yep. Anyway. And then calling us doing what's that term? Something of character. degradation, character assassination, or defamation of character, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, right? That's what you did to us.
And
That's the charge in the world.
And that's what Yahweh Shai prophesied what would happen to the ones that believed in him and followed him. If you follow me, all these things are going to happen. They're going to persecute you. Right? But it's all from my namesake. It's all because you believe in me. Huh? There you go. What? There you go. Right.
Testify of it because the works there are evil.
That's right. It said, verse 12, it says, it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. You see?
Ah, so that's a, hey, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. The ones that were following Yahweh Shai, all right, got persecuted and got put to death as well. All right? Because the people, the shit that these people were doing back then, they was getting called out for it, and it's to the point where you had to repent, all right, before the Lord judged you. What did they do? They falsely accused us and got us taken down. So you see the cycle that coming back around, right? Because some of us will be martyrs, all right? Basically witnesses for testifying for Yahweh Shai, testifying against all this madness that's taking place on the earth. You know? Just the same thing what happened to our Lord. I got the scripture.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Matthew 18:6. For whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me. And that's what this is all about. These things don't believe. They don't believe. I was watching this video. You figure this out, man. I definitely see what y'all doing. It's all about you not believing.
Yeah.
See? It's all about believing in Yahweh Shai. All right? And that's what the apostles did when that man came up there with all those other guys. They stood stiffly for the scriptures. All right? And that act that they broke down, you know, concerning Deuteronomy 22nd chapter, hey man, we're in the kingdom where you ain't supposed to be doing that. But yet he thought in his mind, he's messing with it. He had a woman, and he popped the woman's daughter. And that's a law in the scriptures that you broke, and that's what the Lord does. And other things.
So proves you're a hypocrite. He was a devil.
Truly you offended Yahweh Shai by offending us. Okay? So it says, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, that he would drown in the depth of the sea. You better commit suicide. You just hate yourself, jump in the water and just drown.
And the beautiful thing is it's still not over because he's still going to rise and fill the message. Ain't over. But as long as you're bad, you're going to go in there, you're still going to receive that. That's the beautiful thing. Yeah, you're going to receive that fire. One of you.
All our enemies is going to feel that fire. That's right. But before that fire comes, famine's going to be taking place. People going to die. Disease outbreaks. All right. Martial law going to be these concentration camps going to be set up. All right. So these people going to be, you're going to get your head chopped off. You're going to be tortured. And these animals going to be all through the streets. And, newly created animals. All right. How was the angels coming to get you, man? The Lord blessing his name with the spiritual power. All right. Hey, we just had a major earthquake in Morocco, man. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake that killed over 1,000 people, and the numbers are still climbing.
Nice.
So it's over for all of our enemies. All right. They're not getting away. It's just the time we live in, the time we judge.
Yeah, rocking one, right? All right, so on that note, let's say,
Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Death to America, death to the 2/3, death to our enemies, death to the white man, right? We love hating. See? And you know what? I should pray.
Edom.
Yeah, and I pray for more. We don't hate Esau enough, man.
That's right.
And the hell with you corporations, man. And false camps, false prophets, man.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna make his round on you.
Oh, yeah,
But they still proud now. But we'll see how long that lasts. Keep talking your shit. But it's just beginning. It's just beginning, man. Yeah, laugh now, cry later. Come here, Charlotte. And rock the Abishman.